It's the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion. This is for Friday, the 24th of November. I'm Michael Groff. Hope everyone had a happy Thanksgiving. And now we're in food coma. Yes, everybody is a little sluggish this morning. But I'll tell you this, the weather looks pretty good for the rest of the day today and tonight. There might be an isolated shower that passes on through, especially across the North and East Valley, northern Maricopa County. But by and large, we should see relatively quiet weather. And that's going to hold for the weekend and into at least the first half of next week with tranquil conditions, temperatures fairly close to seasonal averages on most days as well. But signs of a pretty impressive pattern change coming up by the end of next week and beyond. We could turn much wetter and cooler around here. We'll talk about all that and everything else in just a moment. But first, it's Friday, so that means it's Photo Friday here, and that's where we take a look at some of the photos and or videos that you guys have submitted. First up, David Parnell out there at Mesa High School Sports. Oh, yes, the football season beginning to, they're coming to a close here with playoffs ongoing and state championships and all that. So good to see that. The weather has been great for high school sports. Will continue to be great, at least for this weekend. Now, this is from Connor. Views from over the city. I love to take a look at these shots. Very nice. That looks like a sunset right there, like the sky's on fire. That's amazing. Love that shot. This is from this morning, just a little while ago, courtesy of Beth. And she says, it looks like a lovely morning for a balloon ride. Now, I'm afraid of heights. Not really. I don't know if I could do a balloon ride. I did one when I was a kid, and I was terrified. But I'll tell you what, if you like that, it is a lovely morning for a balloon ride. Look at that. And then this is from last Friday from Beth. And again, gorgeous shot there. That's from North Phoenix. This right here is from Lori, and I believe that's a sunset, and that looks great. And then this is her dog, Ember. Look at that. That is a sweet-looking dog. Very awesome. Love to see that. Not just about your weather here. Sometimes we love to see photos of our four-legged friends. And speaking of, this is one of our dogs, courtesy of my one and only Michelle. This is from this morning as well. They're waiting for me to come back from getting some tea from downstairs. That's Buddy. And then the little kitten, that is Freya. That is our cat that we have rescued and brought back to health. And we, she is in her forever home here. And that's with us. So Buddy and Freya just chilling out, waiting for me, I guess. And then Chris Martin, this is from Kiwanis Park the other day. I understand they have some... the slides there are very fun at Kiwanis Park, and but look at that gorgeous sunset, and so thank you to Chris Martin, and thank you everyone for all of your contributions. We could not do this without you. Photo Friday each and every week, right here. And if you want to submit to your pictures, your videos, whatever, groffshow@gmail.com is my email address. That is groffshow@gmail.com for Photo Friday. All right, let's get into it. The almanac from yesterday, 73 degrees the afternoon high for your Thanksgiving day, 55 the morning low. Pretty close to where we ought to be. 73 and 51 are those averages. 87 the record high, 27 the record low. And as we take a look outside right now, here at about 8:30 in the morning, we've got a few clouds out there this morning. We're sitting at 54 degrees at Sky Harbor, dew point 34, humidity 47%. It's a light wind and the barometer rising. Upper level weather pattern across the nation shows an area of low pressure moving from the Great Basin to the Intermountain West, passing north of Arizona. But as the tail end of that system comes on through, we will see enough moisture around for a few showers, maybe even an isolated thunderstorm around the Four Corners. There might be a stray passing shower, an isolated shower here over the lower deserts, but the chance of any measurable or meaningful rain is pretty low, generally in about the 10 to 20% bracket. Maybe in North Scottsdale, slightly better chances. North Scottsdale, Carefree, Cave Creek, New River, the far northern parts of the Phoenix area, the McDowell Mountains, something like that. But overall, we don't expect any real significant precipitation from this. What it is going to do is cool us off ever so slightly. Highs will drop into the 60s to about 70 for the next couple of days. Here's the watch warning map. Some wind advisories for northeast Arizona around the Four Corners. Winter weather advisories further to the north across Utah, Idaho, Wyoming, Montana. Winter storm watches and warnings spilling out into the plain states as well. Kansas and Nebraska, expecting to see some snow there. Convective outlook for today. No organized severe weather, but again, a little thunder possible around the Four Corners. And here's a look at precipitation. This is valid through Friday morning of next week. Rain amounts in Phoenix. Again, there might be 1 or 2 300ths of an inch, and a little bit more than that just to our east. But overall, rain amounts generally under 1/10 of an inch for the state, as this system does not look to have much moisture, at least not for us. But the weather pattern could be changing here as we get out toward later next week. We might actually see a significant chance of precipitation coming on in. We'll talk about it right now as we explore those models. Take a look. This is the GFS. It is the 06Z run. This is valid 2 o'clock this afternoon. There's our low pressure area moving through the Intermountain West, mostly north of Arizona. What it means for us down at the surface today. Partly cloudy sky. There is a slight chance of a shower here. Again, I'd say the better chances of rain just to the north and northeast of us. But again, it's not out of the question you could see a raindrop or two. High temperatures this afternoon, upper 60s, low 70s. Just a delightful day overall. There could be some breezes at times, especially this afternoon. Tonight, slight chance of a shower. We'll go with about a 20% chance of rain here in Phoenix, in the Phoenix metro. Overnight lows, mostly 40s to about 50. And then tomorrow, maybe a shower in the morning someplace in the far East Valley or eastern Maricopa County and across the higher terrain of eastern Arizona. But otherwise, that system's moving on out. High temperatures anywhere from about 66 to 70. Just a really, really nice day. The coolest weather we've had since March. Let's go to Sunday. Again, partly cloudy sky around. High temperatures anywhere from the upper 60s to low 70s. And as we go into the first half of next week, the weather looks pretty nice. Kind of a quasi-zonal flow will develop. We've got troughing developing to the west, troughing off to the east. But for us, high temperatures anywhere from about 69 to 74 for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And again, passing high clouds, you see the trough is developing to the west of us. Some rain is going to be approaching central and southern California, but we will be dry for this period. Now, as we go to Thursday, more rain beginning to stream in towards Southern California, and it could start to be knocking on the door of our area by late Thursday and into Friday. But at this point, most of next week, at least through Thursday, looks to be fairly quiet. Now, high temperatures on Thursday, again, probably somewhere between about 65 to 70, and an increase in clouds by late in the day on Thursday. Now, let's go to a week from today. This is Friday, the 1st of December, the start of meteorological winter. And you talk about a pattern change. Look at this impressive trough. That's a deepening upper low developing right there off the California coast or along the California coast. Deep layered southwesterly flow develops. This could tap into some subtropical moisture. And models are coming into pretty good agreement on this. The GFS, the European, many of the ensemble members indicating rain increasing, becoming potentially widespread. This could actually be a decent rain event for us. Maybe the best rain event we've had since March. Now again, this is a week out and things are almost certainly going to change between now and then. This might turn out to be a big old nothing burger. We've seen that. But right now, model consistency is very good. And the overall idea of a pattern change toward more unsettled, wet, and cooler weather is on the table. And by the way, if this verifies, high temperatures would be well down in the 60s, maybe low to mid 60s with rain and mountain snow, of course. As we take a look out 10 days, this is Sunday, the 3rd of December, in that area of low pressure right over top of us here in Arizona. That's a cold upper low. High temperatures may be in the upper 50s, low 60s. Again, the coolest weather we've had so far this season could be coming in here if this verifies. And obviously, when you're out here at 9-10 days out, that's a big if. But it sure looks like a change in the weather is on the horizon. Speaking of, this is a look at rainfall for Phoenix. This goes out through the greatest day on the calendar, December the 8th. And this is coming off of the European ensemble. And look at that. Ensemble mean about a half an inch now. There are a few members that still show nothing, but there are others that show some pretty significant rainfall here. And again, this is out toward about 7, 8, 9 days. So that's good. And then The GFS ensemble is very bullish on rainfall. In fact, you've got the ensemble mean at about an inch. Individual members, a few of them, over 2 to 3 inches. So again, denoting an increase in confidence that we will shift toward more unsettled, cool, wet weather around here. And we'd love to see that. And then temperatures off of the national blend of models. Hey, this is pretty much in line with where we ought to be for late November, early December. A couple of days maybe a little above, a couple of days a little below average, but the normal high now is getting down toward about 70, especially by the end of the month, and then we're in the upper 60s in early December for our normals. So you see that, and then temps really trending down out there toward the middle and latter part of next week. And certainly if we get some decent precipitation and that cold upper low comes through here, temperatures would actually be much lower than what's shown here. So we'll watch for that. And that's going to do it for the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. My next video is due back here on Monday morning, but updates before that if necessary. And should you happen to enjoy these videos, then be sure to subscribe, like, share, click that notification bell, leave those comments, questions, and suggestions. And if you really like what we do here and you want to support us monetarily and you're able to do so, then click that little thanks icon below the video and donate to us. $2, $5, $500. It's all good, just like these fine folks did. And Clayton, by the way, he also attaches a question to that donation. He wants to know my thoughts on this upcoming December and what year will this December kind of represent from the recent past? Will this be like December 2017, 2019? Will it be like last December where it was very cold and unsettled? Well, I'll tell you this, it's sure looking like it's going to start out like December 2022. It's looking cool and unsettled. This could be more like maybe a 2019 where it starts out kind of warm and then turns rather cold and wet by the end of the month. But right now, if I had to nail it down, it definitely it's trending toward the 2022 December. Although I don't think it's going to be as cold as that. Probably if we wind up having more rain around here, it could technically be a little bit warmer, especially for our overnight lows with more moisture around. We'll see. All right, the executive producer of the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion is my one and only, the sweetest of all time, the Asian sensation and proprietor of SweetChildAZ.com.org and the Facebook page of the same name, Sweet Child Arizona, talking about my Michelle, so check her out. All right, you guys, thanks so much again for all of your contributions, for watching, and everything that you do to keep supporting this channel. Really, really do appreciate it. Please be safe. Enjoy the rain where you can find it, and you guys have yourselves a great Friday and a wonderful weekend.